Okay, Johnny, hang in me, buddy. I got your back. Get your hand off your shoulder. Stand like a man. Right. That was a competition. We needed people who want to win. You won. Big step. Deep breath. Out your belt. Shut the up. That's the last warning. You get a Johnny ride home. Johnny. Johnny. That's my. Just get a few pants in. That'll get. Yeah, there you go. Focus on your breathing. Hi besties, welcome back to my channel. I watched Special Forces last night, so you don't have to, and I just have some things to say. First of all, this is a pretty wild group of people all in one place, and Kody Brown managed to be the biggest loudmouth in a world where Teresa Giudice is also a part of the cast. And when you can make Teresa look like a reasonable, sweet, honest young woman. Well, woman and caring and considerate, not disrespectful or yelling. And I'm not saying that I don't like a good table flipping. I'm just saying Teresa's never been one to be quiet. And when she can look like a flowery mouse, that's what Kody Brown has the ability to do in this show. Now this show is supposed to be about training people for special forces and pushing people to their limits. And a lot of the members of this cast appear to have been people with maybe some controversial pasts. Maybe not some of them. Yes, Jussie Smollett, for instance. Jussie Smollett and Kody already have found a way to clash. Yeah, I know that Jussie Smollett is a pretty controversial individual. There was some allegations about him and a faking of a hate crime. And hiring people to be in this hate crime. And then he got convicted and then his conviction got overturned. And then he agreed to settle a lawsuit with Chicago and he paid some money and now it's over. And his conviction was overturned on a technicality, not because he was innocent, but he to the state is saying that he is innocent and he has come back into society now and he is attempting a comeback, right? A lot of people don't like him because of that whole faking of the hate crime. And of course, Kody pointed out noted almost right away, asking Jussie who he was like, what's your last name? And then making comments to Jussie about, finding information in the tabloids and Kody referencing the tabloids. And then Kody muttering under his lips. Yeah, Jussie, second chances. So Kody found a way to find the one person in the group that might be more disliked than him, and that is apparently going to be his target. Well, he knows how to make an entrance and an exit. Who's hashtag? Brittany from Bravo. She's gone already. Yeah, way to get us all off. Yeah, that is what it is on every level of our emotional state. They're going to find our weakness somewhere. Be like all the tabloids, right? What's your name? Jussie. Jussie, what's your whole name? Oh, Jussie Smollett. Yes. Yeah. What's up, bro? It's pretty wild because there's a lot of people on the show. I think they were. Brittany Cartwright from the show Vanderpump Rules. And I think now it's called The Valley. She left. She got really tired running and she felt like she was gonna throw up and she decided to quit. So she was the ST to go. And it was pretty wild because there was a lot of people that were in this cast that you barely even heard from, Sean Johnson and her husband. And there's other athletes, that are there that really didn't say a whole lot, like Eric Decker and his wife Jessie James Decker and because Kody is the loudest, I honestly think that he is so loud so he can mug the camera because his loudness and his, wanting to be right about everything. Like he was, the guy that was telling people that they need to breathe. He was telling people how they could go up and down the hills. He was telling people how to do everything. Like he was the only one that knew how to do anything. And in fairness, Kody was fine in this first event. I mean, he didn't crap out. He didn't get overtired. He finished. He was encouraging, but he was also arrogant and really cocky. And then, one of the first things that was said to him was like, how old are you? Right. And then, he's called an old man by the DS people. And he makes a comment about I don't mean to sound sexist, but I'm gonna be sexist. And he's like saying men want to be respected and women want to be loved. I don't care if you respect me. I don't care if you love me. I just want you to respect me. It was very out of place and it made no sense in the context because quite honestly, there are women there doing this event that are kicking serious butt and he's got Olympic athletes here with him that have won gold medals, Shawn Johnson as a female. And somehow, he manages to make a sexist comment that women want to be loved and men just want to be respected. And then he also makes a comment while he's going up and down the hills that he wants to show that to his children that he can do this and that, he can still achieve all these great feats and he's not dead yet, basically. And how he wished he could be doing this with his kids. And I kept thinking, it's so funny that he's talking so much about the kids that he has nothing to do with, right? He's doing this to show his children, but he won't actually show up in his children's lives. How do you get up there? You zigzag it. Little steps. I want my children to see that I can do the impossible. Still, Mark, I can run it. Keep the old man out. So Kody said that he decided to do this to prove his manhood, right? Manhood. But he is in this event with women. And mind you, in previous seasons, women have gotten all the way to the end. So this isn't about a men versus women event. This is about special forces and people having the endurance and the mental capacity and the mental endurance to get through. I remember as an athlete in high school playing tennis. And one of the coaches I had, the biggest takeaway was you can be the most physically fit person. But if you're not mentally fit and you can't have a sense of mental toughness, all of your physicality in the world won't matter because in games and mind games like this, it's your mind that will get you through because these guys are going to try to break them down, right? Same in like a tennis game. If you're a singles player like I was, you were like, you had to be able to get through your frustrations and the bad shots you made to get over to the next so you didn't get into a rut. And the same thing is here. You have to get over your mental to get to the next. And Kody starts off by basically saying, I'm doing this to prove that I'm a man, and the comments on Twitter were like Kody Brown being sexist as always. Kody's already pissing me off already. Excited for non-Sister Wives fans to experience the misogyny and foolery of Kody Brown. Kody wants to be respected with burpees like that. I haven't watched much of Sister Wives, but seeing Kody in Special Forces tells me all the negativity I've seen about him is deserved and spot on. He's so cringy, to say the least. I want to slap him. And the comments on the Reddit boards about this all over the internet were not favorable for him because he was over the top, spoke too much. He was bossy, he was arrogant. And then just the comments about women at your event. Not with other just men. You're in an event with men and women. It just shows Kody doesn't view women as anything but an extension of a man or like that they're less than him. And then I don't like Jesse Smollett, but I was like, he's already just again trying to find someone that is least less like than him. And then he's also hanging out with Johnny Manziel, who's not very well liked either. So it's like you find the three guys that are probably going to be the most least liked on the series because Johnny obviously is a whole mess. And that's Kody and what's going on. And now today, the headlines for the show, aren't like Kody Brown kicked ass or, Kody showed how tough he is. It was, Kody Brown is sexist. I mean, there's a lot of headlines. Obviously, there was headlines about Brittany Cartwright quitting on the very first day. There were comments about how the drill sergeants called Teresa Giudice stupid. There was a lot about Jesse Smollett because he was just not that easy to like. Like the very first day they get all these different assignments and Teresa's is to take care of the toilets. And then he makes a comment about how he's never going to take care of the toilets. There's headlines about podcasts that members of the show did. And then Kody Brown makes admittedly sexist declaration on Special Forces. And then people as Kody joined Special Forces to prove that he was a man.
he's already just,
I don't know.
trying to find someone.
It's gonna be hard to watch this guy. I guess he's gonna get into it with, you know, some of the ladies, and I can see why he would get into it with some of the ladies, with how he's acted just in this first part of the episode. He actually didn't interact at all, really, with women. In fact, he mostly interacted with only the guys like Mark Estes, Johnny Manziel, Jesse Smollett. He didn't seem at all interested at all in the women. And instead of going out of his way to help women on the challenges, he took over for Mark Estes, another guy, to prove that he was better than Mark Estes, I guess. I don't know. His team won. But you know, if anything, honestly, like that person said, is that if anything, this will show the masses what everyone that has been watching Sister Wives has had to deal with. That Kody is a complete jerk. He is arrogant. He is egotistical. He's full of himself. He is sexist. And if people that haven't seen him before are already coming to the conclusions that they don't like him, can you really blame him? Blame them? Nobody likes the person that's the obnoxious one in the room. No one likes the person that needs to take all the camera time and mug and be disrespectful. Watching Kody get his head smashed into the mud was probably the best part of the episode.
I guess he's gonna get
or when the drill sergeant basically told him to shut the F up and it was his last warning because he wouldn't stop talking and trying to coach Johnny Manziel. And I want to go back to one thing with the Johnny Manziel thing. I just kept thinking about a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback that played in the NFL really needing advice on how to breathe and get through a cramp from Kody Brown. Johnny looked so annoyed during that part in the episode and he was just trying to get away from Kody, but he couldn't cause he's in a car with him. So anyway, that's what I've got for this week. Next week they are going to have an event apparently where they get to beat each other up with boxing gloves and Kody is going to box some other guy.
If anything,
I think that he gets through at least the first couple of episodes, but he's already made a comment that he wasn't that mentally tough and that because he wasn't that mentally tough, he would do a redo on this. So I don't know that he actually gets to the end. And once they start the challenge and they even just begin, they get paid, right? So one of the drill sergeants made that comment that if people give up now, it doesn't matter because they're still going to get paid and they've already been paid and they've gotten their paycheck at that point. So the other aspect is if you know you're going to get paid anyway and you just are there for the money, do you really hang on longer and just pretend you're there for anything else but the money? They were just sort of commenting about Brittany quitting so quickly and well, she's already gotten her checks, so who cares? She can quit. And I kind of felt bad for Brittany. She's had a rough couple years. She's dealing with her ex Jax and she's had a couple kids and she's had a lot going on the last couple seasons. I don't actually think it's that bad that she quit. She just doesn't look like she was in the best shape going into it. And that evidently was why she couldn't keep up and she felt like she was going to puke. And there you go. So Kody and Jesse and Johnny are the three most unliked in the cast thus far. And Kody's comments about women and his sexism turn off members of the audience. And individuals in the cast already don't like Kody because he's so bossy and he doesn't shut up. Did I fill it out? Did I do a whole summary for you? Let me know what your thoughts are, what you thought about this new episode, what you think about Special Forces. Did you fast forward when Kody wasn't on the screen? I kind of did. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to send some hype if you could. That helps the channel. And make sure to click the bell so you never miss a video and leave your comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Bye besties.